In this video, we will examine obedience to authority within the RCMP, using the case of Corporal Catherine Galliford to fully understand the RCMP's organizational structure.
Catherine Galliford says years of abuse have ruined her health. Today, the former high-profile media spokesperson spoke exclusively to the CBC.
Catherine Galliford says the harassment started with the officer who recruited her into the RCMP and continued until the day she left 16 years later.
She's been subjected to sexual assaults, sexual abuse, sexual harassment, and then this mismanagement of her medical file.
Her lawyer says this 26-page statement of claim against 3 Mounties, an RCMP doctor, a Vancouver police detective, BC's Justice Minister, and Canada's Attorney General exposes a pattern of abuse that left his client unable to work with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Obedience to authority can be defined as the tendency people must try to please those in charge. Commonly, people alter their morals and ethics in hopes of being viewed in a positive light by their superiors. Commonly, this leads to personal benefit and advancement. In an organization like the RCMP that is structured around obedience to authority, it is common for people who use conflicting morals to be looked down upon, thus slowing their advancement.
I never complained officially about the sexual assaults and the sexual harassment because I knew that if I did, it would come back on me in a negative way.
Showcased is former Commissioner Bob Paulson. Bob Paulson was one of the many officers accused of misconduct by Corporal Galliford. As Commissioner Paulson denied all accusations, it was believed to apply pressure on the lower-ranked officers to stay quiet about the situation. This was believed to have happened as he holds some form of power in the advancement process of all lower-ranked officers.
Because that tends to be their pattern. If you criticize the RCMP, they are going to come back and criticize the complainant.
Many fellow officers stood back or added to the trauma of Corporal Catherine Galliford, refusing to speak out as they were under the illusion of moral muteness. Other officers acted in ways that their superior did, becoming compliant to their employer by following the organization's ethics. The RCMP operates under a flawed rank system that causes widespread harm. Throughout the decades of operation, highly ranked officers continue to instill broken values into new officers, therefore continuing the cycle of unneeded hardship through obedience to authority.
Complaints. I experienced harassment from day one in the RCMP, so I was a constable. I was harassed by another constable initially. I was harassed by a senior officer. Throughout my career, I was experiencing different levels of harassment. And I, as a constable or a corporal, can't complain about someone with a higher rank because they're, number one, senior in rank. They have friends who are also very senior in rank. And so what would happen to me is, regardless of whether or not my harassment complaint was founded, I would be labeled. And I would probably never be promoted again. I would face even more severe harassment in the workplace. And this is why so many people who are being harassed in the workplace ask to be transferred to a different province. But what happens when you're transferred to a different province is that whatever happened to you in your first province will follow you to the next province. So whoever you made angry in the first province is going to phone your new bosses and tell them whatever it is they want to tell them. So whatever transpired will follow you throughout your career.
In reference to what Corporal Galliford stated, this is a small glimpse of the call of command within the RCMP. This provides a visual that showcases that no one can speak up above someone who is in a higher rank because it will only reflect poorly on themselves. As every officer strives to rank higher for more responsibility, tasks, and respect, speaking up will in turn only slow down personal advancement. This showcases that obedience to authority is alive and well within the RCMP.